I am back. For the first time in a long time, I'm back with Lord of the Rings, and I've kind of forgotten how to play the game again. Um, so, the Harvest Festival has been going on actually for 5 days. I missed that entirely. But it's going on until November 3rd, so I'll have plenty of time to explore it and everything. And the first person that I wanted to meet is Mr. Boffin. My good friend, Mr. Bingo Boffin. We have been around the entirety. Well, let's just have a look. We started out in Hobbiton, and we made our way all the way. There was a lot of work getting him from. Well, we met in Mickle Delving, where he lives, and we got him all the way over here to Hobbiton, through Bywater and Frogmorton, and all the way up to Stock, where we did some training at the Stock Tower and swimming. We went to Breeland. We went all the way. I don't remember if we went through the Old Forest, but we went all the way to Bree. We went through Bree and to the Lonelands. We went all the way to Rivendell, even. We went down into the mines of Moria. And all the way over to Lothlorien, down through Parcelebrant, down into the Rohan, and then we went back to Isengard into Dunland, and up through, is it Enedwite? Yes, through Enedwite, where we met people in Tulhau, where we found all the hobbits, and here by the gates, the Kingsway Gate, he saved a group of, what's it called? Oh, my brain just stopped. Full stop! He saved highwaymen from getting themselves killed because we were too powerful for them, when you think about it. And way up here to Breeland and all the way back to the Shire. And it was a wonderful travel, and then I had to go back and gave invitations to all our friends, and they came back to the Shire. We had a party, finally, and that was the end of the story. And now I was told before this by a person here on the server that Bingo has more quests during the Fall Festival, so I've been actually holding back playing a little bit. Also, it's Spooktober, which means that there's horror games to be played. So, without further ado, let's start with Bingo. I simply love this time of year, don't you? It is a delightfully spooky season. I don't remember what voice I gave him before, but frightful tales to curl the hair on your toes is the first one we'll do. Wandel, hello. I see that you have taken some time from your busy day adventuring to celebrate the Harvest Festival. Good, good. How very right and proper. This has become one of my very favorite times of the year. My cousin Priska has brought her children to visit, and we are all going to enjoy the sights and sounds of the Harvest Festival together. You simply must join us. I will not take no for an answer, and you know how stubborn boffins can be when we set our minds to it. Legendarily so. Well, yeah, that is true. He was quite legendarily stubborn, going through all the things we did. You can find my various cousins enjoying the games around the party tree. I would appreciate it if you helped them make the most of their time here. And later in the evening, we'll all meet in the Greenfields to tell spooky stories. I can't wait. Alright, so let's help the hobbits out then. I'll wait with the second one until I've done... Oh my god, there's so many things. I'm going to hide some of my old Anorian things. Integrity or Ramnus? Ooh, It's not an old Anorian Ministeriet, it's a Pelennor one. Okay, there we go. Priska Boffin with scary dreams. I remember there was a, like, a haunted house around here. Priska Mayganji, Holdfast Burrows, Polar Prat. There are so many things. Dinodas does not. Dinodas was the lovesick one, I think. Well, Wandel, my mother said we were going to visit Cousin Bingo, which is fine, but there has been a most sudden and unexpected reversal. Imagine my surprise when she told me we were not going to Mickle Delving, but to Hobbiton instead. There to partake in the Harvest Festival. Dinodas shakes his head. Now, I understand there are some things about this festival that are worthwhile. Good crops and the promise of plenty. Worth celebrating. I have no patience for all the rest of it. Spooks, haunts and frights. Silly rubbish and nonsense. I told Celandine the same thing not 2 weeks ago. My mother says Cousin Bingo is set on us sharing spooky stories, so there's no getting out of it. While we wait, I might as well see what this haunted burrow they've got is all about. I'll meet you inside. So, find Dinodas inside. Alright, let's go inside. Ah, come on. It has been used too recently. Come on, open it. There we go. Ah, a bar guest. So this is the spooky house. I remember this. So find Dinodas in the cobwebbed wing of the haunted burrow. That's a cloaked hobbit just sitting around. I don't remember where these things are, so I'm just going to go around and explore. What's that? Oh no! I got kicked out. No? Oh, it's a trap! It's a trap! The scared hobbit! Oh no, poor hobbit. The attic is locked. That's the basement. I need to find the right place to find Dinodas. And that means that I have to find a door, I guess. It's not a bookshelf, that's just going back to the beginning. Okay. Nope. I'm not going blind. Sunday back. What do you guys want? Oh, okay. Just the bill for the month. Never mind. Oh, ho, ho, nice one. Nice goblin there. So you must have riddle door to cobweb wing. No, that's not the one I need. Sorry about the burping. A mystery door. Scared hobbit. Oh no, scared hobbit. Hobbitsies. Scared little hobbitsies. That's the basement. Whoa. Look at the spider hanging there. So, mostly I'm exploring now the haunted house. Let's see, what's these two? Ah, the cobweb wing! That's where it's locked. Oh, I need to find him everywhere. Locked. That is to the attic. Let's go to the attic then. What? Woo! Whee! Woo, 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 woo. There he is. Ah, most burrows do not have attics, being delved in the ground and not unnaturally elevated like the houses of some folk. But this one is no more frightening than I would expect of the usual sort. The paint is peeling, and I hear rats scuttling about, but it will take more than those irritations to raise the hair on my toes. Oh, he's brave, isn't he? He's a brave little bugger. It's locked. I have to get out of here through another gate, I guess. Whee! Woo, 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 woo. Oh no! Ah! Bats! Woo, 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 woo. Ah, cobwebbed wing. I know there are like quests I can do to go to the different parts of the house and everything, but I'll just do these for now. I'll probably come back and do the others later. Would you look at this, Wendell? Who could be convinced by this poor excuse for a spider? It's big, yes, I'll grant you that, but I can see the wire from which it hangs. That does not look like spider silk at all. It looks like fishing line at best, and mere twine at worst. The webs are all right, I suppose, but this is not frightening at all. It's silly to think any hobbit would be scared of this wing. I have a feeling we gotta scare. Ah! We have to scare this little pipsqueak. Ah, you got me good. Forgot about the random spiders just getting you here and there. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, you goblins. What's that? Finding with us in the creeping wing. Let's go to the creeping wing. Ah! Oh! Well, there he is. Find us in the basement and find us in the creeping wing, but I already did. Okay, well, let's try finding our way to the basement then. Yes, there are like things you can interact with if you have the quest for it, and I think some of them are timed. That's the wrong entrance to the basement. Ah! Oh, I'm being held! Ah! Let go of me, you stupid ghost. Ghosty goose. There we go. Ah, there he is. Let me ask you a question, Wendell. Do you think these hobbits are trying to scare us? Because these glowing bottles could be filled with anything, which causes the imagination to run, but their illumination has another effect. It causes me to plainly see this crudely painted mask and know it for what it is. Just a mask. Now, if it was darker in here, perhaps I would think this was a real goblin, but not when I can see it so clearly. This is not frightening at all. Oh, you're such a poop. Party pooper. Oh, I'm in the basement again. I'm in the basement proper. I remember this part being quite annoying at times. Oh, I can't hardly... Ah, there he is. This basement is a little damp, but it's no more scary than others. I have seen. Is this the best these hobbits can do? It is a little confusing to find the right path, but if you set your mind to it, you shouldn't have any trouble finding the way through. It would need to be much darker and more maze-like to scare this hobbit, I'll tell you that. It's so boring. I'm getting the hell out of here. It's easier than trying to go through it once more. I remember it was kind of a pain to try. And we're back outside. But there's Dinodas. That haunted burrow does not seem very haunted to me. It is all for show, and the whole thing strikes me as being very silly and not frightening at all. When my mother revealed that we were meeting Cousin Bingo at Hobbiton for the Harvest Festival, and not at his home in Mickledelving, I was very cross. But I have to admit that I very much enjoyed exploring the haunted burrow with you and revealing it as an unfrightening display. I thank you for that, Wendell. I look forward to disproving with you the scary stories Cousin Bingo has for us this evening. I will see you there. Oh, no, you won't. I'm going to scare the piss out of you. You little bugger. Ah, there's Priska. It is always good to visit Cousin Bingo, and it has been many years since last I made it to Hobbiton for the Harvest Festival. I have rather more children now than I did then, but I have become quite practiced at traveling with so many. Day 2. The key to a successful journey is to perform a hobbit count before you leave your starting point, and to perform a second count when you arrive at your destination. This is how I know that one of my children has gotten lost on the way. I am pretty sure Barrelak is the child to blame, on account of it usually being my drowsiest son who leaves my count short. We climbed the hill after the festival. Barrelak is probably sleeping among the bushes that line the road we took. If you don't mind, could you find Barrelak and wake him up? We did not come all the way here from Newbury for him to sleep through the festival. Alright, so let's go and get Barrelak then. The laziest hobbit in the Shire. Well, actually, he doesn't live in the Shire. But still, one of the laziest hobbits I've ever seen. A bubble to be. There he is. God dang it, Barrelak. You lazy little boy. Hello there, friend. Do you know this sleeping fellow? I haven't seen him around Hobbiton or Bywater before, so I believe he has come from somewhere else in the Shire to enjoy the Harvest Festival. But will you look at this? He has fallen asleep, and is bound to miss the whole thing. That would be a shame, no mistake about it. Here is my plan. I have been scaring folk with my ferocious bear costume all day. You wake up this fellow, and I will let out a loud roar and give him a fright. It will be a great welcome to the festival, and will also teach him not to waste too many hours sleeping, or at least not when a festival is underway. Oh yeah, that sounds good to me. Go for it. Barrelak yawns sleepily and rubs his eyes. Oh, hello there, Wendell. I was taking a quick nap before the festival gets underway. Cousin Bingo suggested that we all come visit and see the famous Hobbiton Harvest Festival, and sometime tonight we will share spooky stories around the campfire. I had better get some rest if we are going to stay out that late. God dang it. Impressive costume, friend. Well, back to sleep. Oh my god, nothing faces this hobbit. I feel sorry for the costumed hobbit here. Really? Oh boy. Hobbit to be. Alright. Well, we found your son. He's a lazy bastard per usual. Well, I can't say I'm not surprised, Wendell. Thank you for finding Barrelak's latest napping spot. I'll let him sleep until it is time for Bingo's frightening stories. Perhaps they will contain enough thrills and chills to keep my drowsy son awake, where the promise of festival fun does not. Amelia and Esmeralda. Let's find them. God damn, they are playing so much music over there. Ah, my ears. Ah, there's Camellia and Riffo. Wendell! I need your help. Have you participated in the apple bobbing here at the festival yet? There are very important rules in place. No using your hands, and you only get one chance to play. But my brother Griffo did not listen to the rules, and now he has ruined it for everyone. Griffo thought these apples were just for the taking, and he reached right into one of the tubs. He grabbed an apple and took a big bite, and then, as if that wasn't bad enough, he did it again. Honestly, if there were any grounds for being asked to leave the festival at once, I'd think that would qualify. But they're being very nice about the whole thing, and I've offered to bring some of their spare apple bobbing tubs up here so the game can continue. Now that you're here, can you help me? There's a spare tub at the base of the hill. Go pick it up and carry it back here. But beware of bobbers to be. Much like Griffle, they won't be good at following the rules, and they will keep you from carrying the tub. You'll have to start all over. Oh, so it's like the hungry hobbits or the nosy hobbits and stuff like that. Let's see now. It's at the bottom of the hill. Yes, it's at the bottom of the hill. Hello, Gaffer. My old mate. Oh my goodness. Oh, I got so burpy now. Oh. Oh, that's a toxic one. Jesus. Apple bobbing bin. I got the apples! There was one up here, so I think I'll cut like up here. In this way instead. I'm not sure if I'm doing the proper apple bobbing pro gameplay thing here or not. Oh, you guys stay over there. I see you on the map. There are the little eyes here. There we did it. Thank you, Wendell. Can I ask you to get one more tub of apples? They would be freshly picked and waiting at the orchard not far from here. Remember, use caution to avoid bobbers to be while carrying it back here. Of course. Whoa, somebody sounded pissed. It's over here, right? Yeah. Oh, I love this song. It's one of my favorites. And with the clapping and everything, it's so nice. It's such a gentle and nice song. That fits the Shire so perfectly. I mean, whomever did the music composition for this part of the game, well done. Really, well done. You guys chose really the perfect music to encompass the Shire in itself. Yeah, let's clap our hands. What happened to that thing? Thanks once again, Wandel. I have carefully explained the rules to Griffle once more. And he assures me he will follow them now, no matter how hungry he might get. Now that Griffle is no longer embarrassing me, I have to admit that this festival has been very fun so far. I like ensuring everything goes smoothly more than I like participating myself. My mother says I have always been like this, even when I was very little. Thanks again. I will tell you if we need any more help. Tonight we're going to share spooky stories with Cousin Bingo, and you're welcome to come. Well, thank you very much. And these are repeatable. I'll probably repeat them on my off time, just for fun. Angelica Boffin? This is too easily frightened, not like me. Oh, you're a brave one, are you? Tell that to... Oh, that was probably Marigold saying that, but yeah. Baldo... There's Esmeralda! Look at that. I did not see very many people dancing, Wendell. My mother said that there would be a dance contests held regularly during the festival, but so few people are participating. Is the spooky atmosphere to blame? Why is everyone afraid to dance? We must combat this fear of dancing with encouraging words. Find bashful festival goers, okay, it was a bear, and tell them that there's nothing to fear. That will surely work. Fear not. Alright, who's a scaredy hobbit? Egbert, drunkard? Well, that would probably be me then. So, yeah. There's a bashful... Oh, hello there. Oh, you're a handsome lad. Why don't you dance with Esmeralda? Dancing? Oh no, it's not for me. Oh, screw you then. Esme is a lovely girl. Why don't you go and dance with her? You're not very good looking, so I don't care if you do. Oh no, I simply couldn't. No. Actually, I'm quite bashful when it comes to dancing. I am. I need to drink a lot of alcohol before I dare to dance. Really. I don't know why I'm so bashful about that, but for some reason I am. And it's a curse. I really hate being that bashful. It's one thing when I'm sitting here talking to everyone through a screen and everything, but when it comes to real life, I am quite shy actually for social interaction. What the hell was she? When it comes to social interaction, I get afraid. Really. Oh, she's so happy. Look at her dancing. Look at her go. It didn't work, Wendell. People are still too bashful to get up and dance. What a disaster. Wait a moment. I have an idea. Perhaps they just need to see someone else having a good dance. A good time. Dancing and cheering and who knows what else. It's up to you, Wendell. Take a moment to do whatever you want. Any creative expressions at all. And maybe that will help these bashful hobbits to come to their senses. If they see you doing it and having a good time, perhaps they will be able to do it themselves. Just, dance? Well, I'm a dwarf, what did you expect? I don't really do dancing that much. Can I jump? No. No. Ah! No! God damn it. I screwed up. Yeah, my bad. Oh no, that was quite a performance, Wendell. I hope these bashful hobbits have learned how fun it can be just to be yourself and not worry about what anyone else is thinking. Thank you for being such a good sport. Will I see you at Cousin Bingo's Spooky Stories tonight? Yes, you will! You will see me at the Scary Stories tonight, which is soon. I'm going to open another bottle here. And this might get messy, so just a moment. I'm going to do this carefully. Gently now. Oh no, oh no. Oh fuck. Oh, frothy. Oh my goodness. Oh my, it went straight up my nose. Oh my god. Oh, bingo! Excuse me. Oh my god. Please, beer. Stop it, man. I basically have to deep throat this beer. These are my Lost Harvest Festival beers too. But they are cranky. Alright. How are my cousins finding the festivities? Ah, excellent. It seems they are all enjoying it in their own particular ways. But what's this? Young Dinadas does not frighten easily, does he? We will have to do something about that, Wendell. This is a season for spooks and a festival for fright. He is missing out on a great deal of fun at this time of year if he does not allow himself to be scared. Excuse me. Well, I'm sorry about that. That was really weird. A little spooky research. You have already agreed to join us on the Greenfields for the sharing of spooky stories. But now that I know Dinadas believes himself to be above scaring, I fear my own stories might not be, well, frightening enough. I could just tell him about the dragon that we met. I need to do some more research, Wendell. Can I ask you to make a trip to Tuckborough to secure the assistance of Donna Mira Took, the librarian of Great Smiles? She has an unrivaled understanding of the contents of the library, and she will... oh shit. She will know where to find a tome or two with the scariest of Hobbit stories within. Find me suitable scary stories and I will make 1 or 2 further arrangements, and we will be ready for the telling of tales when it is dark enough. God damn it. Oh, okay. Let's do some spooky research in the library. I love the library. Well, actually, I love the entirety of the Shire, except for the kind of very grindy part that is this game. It's one of those things that, like, old-style things that still live on in this MMO, because it's very old. I mean, it's from 2007, so of course it will be quite a bit of that. There we go. Excuse me. So we're going to Great Smiles in Tuckborough, which is basically, as far as I know, yeah, it's right across the way. But it's far away for a hobbit. Hobbits are homebodies, if ever there were any. Oh, Jesus Christ, this pint. It's frothy. I do not appreciate beer spilling all over my desk. Thank you very much. Here we go. The Great Smiles. Let's go in there, because there's the old Took himself, Paladin. No, yeah, Paladin. There's Adelard. There she is, Donna Mira Took, the librarian of the Great Smiles. Now, you are looking for a book of scary stories? I cannot say that any come to mind, for hobbits do not generally write down such things, though they do enjoy sharing them in person, especially in warm comfort, with the dark of night safely beyond shuttered panes and far away. You are welcome to look for yourself, Wendell. Well, I could just tell them a few of my stories that I've lived through as the weird dwarf that I am. Those scary books. Ah, you find a tattered book that seems to contain a frightful tale. Well, this is very curious. I do not believe I have ever seen this book before. The letters on the cover are very faded and most indistinct. I cannot read very much of the title, but first word seems to be chill. I believe it promises chilling tales, and a cursory examination seems to bear out this presumption. Feel free to take it with you, Wendell, and bring it to Bingo Boffin for his perusal. May it increase his enjoyment of the Harvest Festival. I know he will see it return to me eventually. Yeah, they're a little bit lax, even though I think I had to pay Bingo's like late fees in the original storyline. I believe. How do I exit? Oh, there it is. Tuckbra. Back to Tukeland. And on to my goat. I love my goat. My goat is the best goat. I see I have a lot of quests I haven't finished in the Shire. Mostly because I believe I sped through the Shire because I was too high in level back then when I played the Wandle in the beginning. There was no point to do them. So I just went on to Breeland. Or if I went into the forest, I can't remember. I think I might have gone to Brandywine country. And from there through the woods up to what was it called? The Barrels Down. And then from there continuing on to Bree. Healing froth here. Oh, they're firing off the fireworks. Woohoo! Out of my way, elf. Oh, look at them pies. Oh, I gotta go do a pie soon. What is book research? Ah! This book looks perfect, Wandle. Thank you. I shall spend some time becoming acquainted with the tales within. And it will be time to share spooky stories before you know it. Okay. A night for ghost stories. Now it's time for them. It is nearly time, Wandle. Let me know when you're ready and we will go to the Greenfields together. Alright, let's go to the Greenfields. Are you ready? Yes, I am. Oh no! It's a scary story! Run! There we go. Esmeralda, Dinadas, Marigold, Camellia, Prisca, Fosco, Griffo, Verilac, and Angelica. Prisca is the mother, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 children! Oh, I can count. Oh, this is the perfect night to share spooky stories, Wandle. Even better than I hoped. Many of my cousin Prisca's children have told me they have their own stories ready to share. And I have one of my own as well. Bolster your courage, my friend. Let us celebrate in the scary spirit of the season. Campfire stories. You can choose who gets to share the first story, Wandle. Alright, let's start with Esmeralda. I would be happy to go first. I have a story prepared, but I think I will just listen for now. Alright. I'm not telling a story, pick someone else. Oh! Marigold. Okay. Time for scary, spooky stories, everyone. I overheard this story when I was very little, and it made quite an impression. I vowed never to let fear be the master of me, and so far it hasn't. Won't. Some hobbits could still learn that lesson, I'd say. Long ago, a wealthy hobbit named Longo Proudfoot lived alone in a fancy manor in Mickle Delving. He enjoyed expensive things and employed many servants, and it was a poorly kept secret that he did not treat them well. He enjoyed the food they prepared for him, but he was consumed with distrust, and he feared they would sneak into the pantry and steal the ingredients within for their own families. So it was that Longo had strong locks and heavy bars installed on his pantry, and carried the only keys. When it was time for his servants to prepare his dinner, he would march them to the door, carefully unlock everything, and stand by watching while they removed what they needed. He carefully marked the quantities of each foodstuff, and it seemed more was being withdrawn than was necessary. He had strong words at the ready. This continued for some time, but still Longo was certain that his servants were stealing his food. I cannot say for sure, but it seems to me that the extreme measures he used to prevent it must have inflamed the servants' desire to perpetrate some thievery. But that might just be my perspective as a rebellious hobbit. At any rate, there came a day when Longo's suspicions were at the greatest level, and he called all of his servants into the sitting room. "I no longer have need of your services," he proclaimed, and dismissed them all. "Go steal from someone else's larder," he cried, as they streamed from the manor. That night, as Longo lay in his bed, he found that his suspicions had not been eased by dismissing all of his servants. On the contrary, now he worried they would not be bound by loyalty, and might break into the manor to gain the access to his pantry. Where are the keys? Ah, here they are. Still, they might have already performed the deed, and replaced the keys when they were done. Longo hurried to the pantry, and found many locks as he had left them earlier in the day. He unlocked every one, and threw open the door, revealing shelf upon shelf of useful ingredients and foodstuff. As he went inside for a closer look, he brushed the door by mistake, and it swung shut behind him. If he had not been so focused on counting the bags of flour and inventorying the pickling jars, he might have heard the heavy bar fall into place outside the door, but he did not. No one knows how long it took before anyone noticed they had not seen Longo Proudfoot set foot from his manor for some time. For he had told his servants not to return, and he had no friends or family to check in on him. It might have lasted for quite some time in that well-stocked pantry, but in the end, after all, does it really matter if it was days or if it was months? But hobbits of the Shire have reported feelings of discomfort in their own pantries late at night, as if they were being watched from behind the shelves, and some folk have claimed to see eyes peering out at them from between the bags and boxes, eyes full of jealousy and distrust. That was a good one. The eyes of Longo Proudfoot. Woohoo! Well, that was certainly something. Who should go next? Hey, Camilla? Oh yeah, I need a swig of something to drink to weten my throat. When we came here to see Cousin Bingo and celebrate the Harvest Festival with him, we crossed the Brandywine Bridge and took the road to buy stock. Do you all remember looking across the water, seeing the farms of Budgeford? My story took place at one of those farms, and the events told therein happened not so long ago. I know these events are true, though they sound unbelievable. The story was told to me by someone who would know the truth of the matter. Okay. The farm stood right on the river's edge, and belonged to a hobbit named Everard. He was a bolger, as are many of the folk of Budgeford, but whereas most of the bolgers are fine farmers, Everard struggled daily to maintain his crop. Either it was taken by blight, or savaged by crows, or munched by rabbits, and on many occasions he had to depend upon the charity of his neighbors for his family to survive. Everard blamed his scarecrow most of all. No matter how hard he tried, he could not fashion a suitably frightening scarecrow. Every day the birds came to feast on his crops, undeterred. He was at his wits' end on a Tuesday, and even as he glowered at his failing scarecrow, a raven flew down from the sky and lighted upon it. "Oh, I'll teach you what you deserve," Everard growled as he swung his trowel at the bird. The raven flew just out of reach, then landed once again upon the scarecrow's straw hat. "You seem upset, friend." "Oh, you seem upset, friend," the raven said. This set Everard back a bit. For while he had heard stories of speaking birds, he had never encountered one himself. "Upset?" he managed. "Of course! You birds won't leave my crops alone, you wild things." "It does seem like you deserve better," the raven responded. "If you like, I can speak to my people and see if perhaps we could come to an arrangement. I'd be willing to do this for you if you let me sample some of your grains." Everard thought it over and could see few drawbacks to the raven's proposal. After all, one bird's appetite would be less than a whole flock, and by giving up some of the crop he might secure safety for the rest. "I agree," he told the bird, and watched as it devoured some of the crop and flew away. The next day saw little improvement. The birds continued to harry his crops. He was certain he would not see the raven again, but to his surprise the bird appeared and spoke. "They said they want to help you out, but they can't resist the taste of your crops you're growing here. They said that what you need is a better scarecrow. That would make it much more difficult for them to fly near. I have tried to make this one scarier," Everard told him, "but it's just not good." "Let's see what we can do," the raven replied. The Wednesday sun crossed the sky, and as dusk approached, Everard's wife sent their daughter Holly to bring Everard in for supper. As Holly approached the field, she marveled at how lifelike appeared the second scarecrow her father had made. He must have spent all day fashioning it. It looked just like a hobbit. As she watched, a raven hopping among the grains squawked and flew away. Ooh, that was a good one. Holly told me this story herself, and she wouldn't joke about that. It's all true. Nonsense. These stories are all rubbish. Oh, hush you. Not at all. Is it my turn? I have a good story to tell. Now it's time for Bingo to tell the scariest story of them all. I guess you can do like different ones and get different stories just for fun. Wait, I'll have another drink then. The story I'm about to tell is older than each of the others we have heard tonight, for it dates from the earliest days of the Shire, and is recorded in very few places. I found it in a book that Wannell retrieved from the library of the Great Smiles, but it seems to me there were few copies of that book ever made. Once I tell you the story, it will live on, and you should all remember it. Even in the earliest days of the Shire, festivals were already important to our distant ancestors. Were there boffins even then? I'd like to think so, although I have not seen a family tree that extends back that far. Certainly some branches of our family trees bear similar names to those earliest inhabitants of the Shire, and I have seen accounts of Esmeraldas, Marigolds, Griffos, and Foscos, but I am getting distracted. A young girl by the name of Mernegilda desired to win a dancing competition, but her chief rival, one Peony, excelled at the art and bested her at every opportunity. Menegilda was obsessed with winning the great prize, and she became convinced that Peony owed her success to the violet shoes she always wore. Menegilda hatched a plan to steal those shoes. She surprised Peony on the banks of the Brandywine and demanded she hand over the shoes. Peony refused and said there was a spell on the shoes. They would work only at her command, and they would do Menegilda no good at all. Menegilda was not dissuaded. In fact, the revelation that the shoes were enchanted filled her with happiness. At last, an explanation for her continued failure to beat Peony at dancing. Let's get a drink here. Peony removed the shoes and threw them at her rival. "Fine," she cried. "I will tell my father what you've done, and you don't be allowed to dance at all." This was a mistake, but Peony did not understand the rage that settled within Menegilda's heart. Menegilda charged at her with arms raised, and she pushed Peony into the river. She never surfaced. Menegilda put on her stolen shoes and returned to town. There were whispers, but no one had seen her encounter with Peony, and it was believed that Peony may have run away, seeking her fortune beyond the borders of the Shire. Menegilda did not care. Her every thought was bent on winning the next dance contest. A few weeks later, Menegilda wore her new shoes and danced on the stage before the assembled hobbits. Everyone cheered and applauded, for they had never seen such dancing before, not even when Peony had participated. Menegilda was the clear winner, and yet something was wrong. Someone tried to present Menegilda with the winning ribbon, but she merely continued to dance. Everyone applauded again, but she showed no sign of stopping. "I think that's enough, dear," someone called, but now there were tears streaming from Menegilda's face, and the assemblage came to understand that she wanted to stop, but could not. Folk rushed to the stage and sought to remove the violet shoes, but they wouldn't come off. Menegilda's feet flew left and right, here and there, but even when she fell into a stupor, the dance continued. At last, it stopped, but Menegilda's dancing days were done. The shoes were packed into a box, and it was sealed away, hidden in a dusty corner of a forgotten burrow. Hobbits spoke for a time of Menegilda and the cursed shoes, but eventually the story passed into legend, and folk doubted if it had ever really happened, even as they feared to speak of it. And that's why hobbits never wear shoes. Oh, that's not true. That can't be true. How do you know? It's just rubbish. All these stories are nonsense. Dinod asked. "Well, it's interesting you should say so, Dino. Because I went and had a chat with Brombard Foxtail at the Madam House. And he did some digging around and he found the very same shoes from the story. And here they are." No! What? Oh my goodness! There's no way those are the same shoes. Does anyone want to try them on? I'll do it. I'm not afraid. Esmeralda, are you sure? I'm not scared, Mother. She's the brave one, as far as I remember. They fit perfectly. Will you dance for us? Oh yeah, she's dancing. Oh, and I think she has shoes in the animation too. See? Nothing to worry about. All right, Esmeralda, you should probably take them off now. I can't. I can't stop. No, Esmeralda. Wendell, help her. I'm not sure I should. Okay, let's help her try to remove the shoes. The shoes won't come off. No! Oh, Esmeralda. It's not true, it's not true. Oh, look at Dinadas. Oh! We got him. We got him good. Oh, little boy. We got the boy. Oh, what fun. What do you think, Wendell? It seems to me that Esmeralda should try acting at the Frostbuff Theatre. That was a convincing performance. I'd say we certainly gave Dino a taste of the season, wouldn't you? Ah, it's all in good fun. He'll be fine. He just needs a good scare. We wouldn't have carried out this trick if Priska hadn't given her permission, and she thought it might do him some good. Just as we did. It's the season for scares, after all. Okay. Oh, gotta wait for it to load in a little bit. No? Okay, we're somewhere else. Bingo. That was great, Wendell. I think we finally managed to frighten the unfrightenable. The spirit of the scare is still alive, and well in the Shire, despite rumors to the contrary. You had better go and check on him. We don't want him falling into any trouble on our account. After all, Dinadas ran off to the northwest. He's probably laughing about it by now, although he'd never admit it. Alright, so let's find your nephew that is scared after death. Oh, that's a cruel joke when you think about it. Oh, he ran far away. So, where am I? I can't even see myself. So he's up. Oh, I'm over here. Ooh, and the green fields are like here. Damn, the boy ran fast and far. Well, I don't really have to worry about anything in the woods here. Except for falling down. Apparently. Goat, goat, goat. Have you seen my goat? It's always out to goat. I'm always up to goat. Da-da-da. Did he run into the hollow with all the spiders? Oh. Did you have fun, Dinadas? That was horrible, Wendell, and very mean. I expect a full apology. You should not go around trying to scare people for no reason. He explained that Bingo believed his cousin might enjoy the Harvest Festival more if he let himself be scared from time to time. And Dinadas flails his arms wildly. Bingo thinks nothing scares me. I have become a victim of my acting skills, Wendell, and gave too fine a performance. Do you remember when we explored the haunted burrow? I worked so hard to see through the spooky atmosphere and laid bare as a sham, but deep down I was full of fear. Every bump, every sudden movement, every deep shadow seemed to promise some new form of terror. Foolish Wendell. I do not fear nothing. I fear everything. Ah, poor boy. Now you know my secret shame, and I trust you will keep it to yourself. It all began some time ago when I offered to walk Celandine Brandybuck back to her home after a dinner party my mother hosted. Celandine was very happy to have the company, But as we began the walk, I saw that the hour was much later than I had thought. The night was dark and the shadows were deep, and my blood ran cold at every creepy sound. I knew if I did not do something, Celandine would know me for a coward. Cry disaster! In order to mask my fear, I adopted a brazen attitude and mocked every fear I felt. It was all an act at which I have become all too practiced. Dinadas frowns. Still, Bingo is my cousin, and that was a mean trick for any family member to perform, at any remove and no matter the distance. Speaking of distance, I was on my way back to the green fields when you caught up to me. I turned around because I heard something scary and dropped my pack. I ran back to this way. Do you think you can retrace my steps to the northwest and find my pack? I don't think I have the courage to go back and look for it. Yeah, sure, we'll find it for you, lad. No worries. No worries at all. I believe him being frightened, considering the bears around here. I would be scared too. I would be a feared... Oh, there's a ghost up. There's a specter up here. Oh boy. Unnatural blue fires blaze in the darkened wood. Hi. Don't mind me. It's a specter. Hi. The spectral vision stares past you into the dark space among the trees. When it speaks, the sound reverberates in your ears and sets your teeth on edge. There are no reparations for the hurt that has been done. In 1 year, all will fear the parting of the wood. None will escape the curse of the airy acres. Despair and repair to your holes, for none but one will laugh when all is done. The vision stops speaking, and the space between the trees falls silent. All is cold. Okay, that's a good one. Hello, bears. Oh yeah, it was all dark there for a while. Scary. And Bingo. Bingo has come here and he apologized for the trick, and all is well now. And we don't need to discuss that thing I told you, Wendell. Alright? Good. You give Dinadas his pack. After a moment's thought, you tell him that you saw something unusual nearby. Oh? What was it? Actually, perhaps you should tell cousin Bingo. I don't think I need to hear about it. I don't believe in that sort of rubbish. No, indeed. Oh well, I apologize to Dinadas for our scary trick. I think it did him some good. Now, what has whirled you up in such a confusion? You quietly tell Bingo about the spectral vision you saw in the wood, and he looks at you skeptically. Is this a joke or a trick of your own? You really saw this thing? What fun! A mystical apparition appeared in the woods? How delightful! I simply must see it for myself. Let's go, Wendell. God damn it, Bingo, I forgot that you were that silly at times. Oh, it's gone now. God dang it. It was right here. You know that this was the location, but the apparition is gone. There's nothing here. That's even more scary. I do not like this, Wendell. I mean, it's all nonsense. There was nothing here to begin with, and it's very cruel of you to pretend otherwise. It is gone. I'm disappointed, but that just makes me even more curious about it. What is going on here, Wendell? What does Dinadas think? Perhaps afterwards you can circle around to that building on top of the hill and see some sign of the apparition. Alright, spooky times. Let's see what we can find. Okay, that's not how you circle around here, apparently. Wrong way to circle. Whoop! Hello there, bear. Oh yeah, there's an old ruin up top. Interesting. These spooky stories, spooky, scary. You see nothing unusual on the approach to the ruined building, except for a bear. Oh, there's an old Tower of Anorium. You stand atop the ruin, you see no sign of the spectral apparition. Dang it. Too bad. Well, bingo, I'm sorry. Ah, you didn't see anything. I am not surprised. Whatever was here, it clearly does not want to be seen again. I wonder why. My mind is full of questions, Wendell. This is truly an autumnal mystery. I need some time to think it over. I will meet you back at the party tree. This wood has become very spooky. And while Dinodas may not fear anything, I have to confess that this place has given me the chills. I love it. Perhaps we should head back to Hobbiton all the same. Sounds like a good plan, Bingo, my boy. Ah, shit, I have to go there by foot. Dang it. I was hoping I could just teleport there. Oh, well. Can't ask for everything. Whee! Oh, I'm starting to get a wee bit hungry. Actually. So we have one more quest line with Bingo. And today is Bingo. It's all about Bingo. So once I'm done with the storyline with Bingo, I'm ending it. That's just how it be. Oh, a bit disappointed. Crash cart dummy? Oh, seriously. And here's the bag end. Whoop! And down there's the party tree. Wow, someone is being annoying apparently. There we go. I am very excited about this autumnal mystery, Wendell. I have read many scary stories, and they always delight my imagination. But I have never been involved in one myself. Tell me once again what that ghostly fellow had to say. You recount the words of the spectral vision. There can be no reparations for the hurt that has been done. In 1 year, all will fear the parting of the wood. None will escape the curse of the eerie acres. Despair will repair to your holes, for none but one will laugh when all is done. Do you have that right? I have to admit I do not know what any of that means. But it sounds to me like we have a year to figure it out. I will do some thinking. It sounds to me as if next year's Harvest Fest might be something, though. I can't wait, but I guess I must. Alright, we have the next one. 2 months and 29 days for that one to cool down. It is recommended that you, though not required, that you complete the frightful... Okay, yeah, I've done that. Where has the time gone, Wendell? It feels as if we were just discussing the strange apparitions you saw at Binbole Wood, but the year of which it spoke has already come and gone. I fully intended to spend the time researching the Phantom's words. I have done this one before, so that's probably why I get this. But each day was too full of chores and errands and visits, and don't you know it, here we are again. and no closer to solving the mystery. What did the apparition say? Ah, here it is, I wrote it down. There can be no preparations for the hurt that has been done. In 1 year, all fear the parting of the wood. None will escape the curse of the eerie acres. Despair and repair to your holes, for none but one will laugh when all is done. Brr. I still gives me the chills. Well, we will not forget those words. And I recommend that you keep your eyes open as we participate in the Harvest Festival this year. If you see anything at all that seems to relate to this curse, come see me at once. Valerick Goldworthy has opened a new field of festival games for the Harvest Festival this year, at a place called Wistmead. I have seen nothing to indicate that he knows anything about that apparition, or this worrisome curse, so we should go to Wistmead and have some fun. But I will keep on the lookout for anything suspicious, and you should as well. There's a pony to Wistmead, just to the east and up the slope. I'll meet you there, and hopefully Wistmead will be plenty of spooky fun for the scary curses, blah blah blah. Yeah, I saw it earlier. Here we go, pony to Wistmead. Whoop! Off we go! This is a new area I haven't been in before. This is spooky though. There is Bingo. Bingo waves to you nearer, but he is clearly suspicious of this place. I must say, Valerick Goodworthy has done quite a nice job of creating a spooky atmosphere for the Harvest Festival here at Wistmead. This is where we should have told our scary stories in the first place, Swandle. Can you imagine what Dinadaz might have done if we tried scaring him here instead? Even the least frightening story might be more convincing when told in this atmosphere. I encourage you to find my various cousins, the lot of them once removed, and see what they think of the games here in Wistmead. But do not forget to remain alert for any suspicious activities. There may be an apparition on hand seeking to conduct some nefarious purpose, and if this curse of his is real, we want to know about it in time to prevent it from being carried out. Even so, try to have fun anyway, Randall. It would be a shame to spoil all of Mr. Goldworthy's work with an excess of caution and worry. Wistmead really does seem like a fitting location for spooky fun after all. I saw Angelica making a beeline for the ponies to the northwest, and Berilak mentioned something about taking a snooze near the maze. Find them first and see what they think of the Wistmead. Okay, off I go. Fun and games? Question mark. Boom, boom. There's the dinner dance. Begonia grub. There's a lot of quests around here, apparently. There's Angelica with painted horses.
Hello there, Wendell. Will you look at these beautiful ponies? Aren't they simply delightful? I understand that Carl Proudfoot has loaned them to Valerick Goldworthy for the duration of the Harvest Festival, and they have been painted with his frightening but adorable designs. If I did not love horses and ponies as much as I do, I might be quite chilled to see them, but I do, and I am not. I am having a lovely time here in Wistmead, and everything scary I have seen seems to be on purpose, Randall. Cousin Bingo's curse must have nothing to do with this place after all, and he likely works for nothing. I will stay here with the ponies. Everything seems fine to me.
Okay, we have
someone close to the wall. And yeah, I see a boffin over here. There we go. Bear relax. Oh, it's you, Wendell. I came with my brothers and sisters to Westmead, but I am quite ready to leave. I was promised a harvest festival fun, but this does not seem terribly enjoyable to me. All I want to do is curl up here outside the maze and take a restful nap. But I have been able to get comfortable. I have not been able to get comfortable. There's just something about this place that keeps me awake. And that is most unusual. Why, I would say it's a first. I will keep trying. Are my siblings having a better time than I am? I hope so. But above all, I just wish I could take a nap. This is usually not a problem. Right? Talk to Camilla by the tables in Westmead. There's Valeric. Where is Camellia? There's Begonia. Rosa. Ooh, scary sounds. Love it. What the hell is she? What did Camellia bought in the tables? This Valeric. Is that? There's Camellia. Riffo and Camellia. Oh dear. No. Welcome to Westmead, Wendell. I spoke with Valeric Goldworthy earlier, and he told me that it took quite a long time to clear this field and prepare it for the new Harvest Festival activities. I'm very glad he took the time, because the spooky atmosphere here cannot be matched by anywhere in the Shire, and everyone is having a wonderful time. Naturally, I asked if there was anything that still needed to be done. And it turns out there's still some baked goods waiting to be set out on the tables. Could you go and pick one of Holly's pies from the tents on the other side of the field? Camellia lowers her voice conspiratorially. I must warn you about something, Wendell. The pie filling has been fashioned with blackberries and currants, and should be delicious. But Holly Hornblower has made it look as if the pies are filled with creepy crawlies and spiders. A number of hungry hobbits may try to get in your way, but give them a good look at the pie, and they will surely leave you alone. Sure freaking hope so. Because apparently Holly makes a really good pie, so I would love to have some really good pie in my life. I love some good pie. Oh my god, I would love a pie. Pie, 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 pie. I love pie. Where the hell is Holly? Holly! Where you at, girl? Holly! Freshly baked pie. I'm guessing that's the one. Got myself a pie! I'm sorry about that. For some reason my throat is very ticklish today. There's Bingo. There's Fosco. What the heck? Come on, jump. Really? Invisible walls? Is that what you had to do? Hello. Camellia thanks you for the pie, but Griffle's eyes eye it with distaste. I thought Westmead was going to be full of fun activities and delicious food, Wendell, but it seems I was mistaken. I wanted nothing more than to dig into one of these pies, because the pie crust is golden brown the way I like it, and the smell makes my mouth water. But on closer inspection you can plainly see the pies are filled with spiders. It's an affront to good taste. I don't understand why folks still buy pies from Holly Howard Hornblower, honestly. I'm not enjoying my time in Westmead, Wendell. I'm just so hungry. I do not like the feeling. If you want to find someone who is having a good time, perhaps you should find Marigold. I expect she is enjoying herself, because it is dark and a little scary. I saw her looking at the misty woods on the other side of the field. She might still be there. I will try to rummage up some edible food. Wish me luck, because I am not eating one of those spider pies, no matter how delicious they might smell. Can't fool me. Oh, we fooled you, alright. I saw Marigold, I think. Rose up one lower. I thought I saw her. Nope, went the wrong way, apparently. I thought I saw a Marigold over here, but no. Apparently not. Boom, boom, boom. It's Fosco. Oh, wait. I see someone over here. Oh, it's a black kitty. Hello there, black kitty. Can I pet you? Pet? Nope. Can't do that. Never mind. So we go straight in this direction. I should run into Marigold. Like this. There's another black kitty. I like cats. Honestly, I've realized after a long time I do really enjoy cats in my life. Because they are sweet little murder hobos, just like me. Why is it telling me to go back to bingo? Oh, because I chose to. My bad. Oh, it still chooses me to go to bingo. Where's Marigold? Bosco! Where the fuck is your sister? Where do you hide her? Yes, Kitty. I hear you and your disapproval. Marigold, where are you? Where are you, girl? It's Camellia and Festival Door. Should be around here somewhere. Find Marigold boffin at the misty path on the western edge of the Westmead. So is she over here? Wait, did I see her by the entrance? Or no? I exited by accident. Damn it! Do-do-do-do-do-do. Well, this is west, so I guess I'll just run over here somewhere. Here's the path on the western side. Black Cat, Festival Door, Esmeralda. Not Marigold. Gotta remember Esmeralda being here. There's Marigold. Marigold boffin stands by a fog enshrouded path on the edge of Westmead. Ah, Wendell, how are you finding Westmead? I'm not especially interested in the Harvest Festival activities that Valerie Goldworthy had set up here, but I'm very curious to know where this path leads. The fog hangs thickly all about the trail, and darkness seems to almost pool among the trees. It feels like an adventure to me. Cousin Bingo made me promise to stay in Westmead, or he would tell my mother, and she would be very cross. Now I should not follow the misty path, but you made no such promise, did you? You should walk along the path and see where it leads, and then come back and tell me what you saw. That is a capital idea, isn't it? Sure. You walk along the path for a time, but the fog is very thick. You may have gotten turned around. Oh, I seem okay. There's a lot of pumpkins on the road. Oh, hello, Camellia. And Griffo. How the heck? Oh, I walked around everything. Okay. There she is. Hey there, baby girl. How are you doing? Wendell, how did you get back here without me my seeing you? You got turned around in the woods. This must be no ordinary fog after all. A magical and mysterious mist that lends itself to confusing even the most perceptive of adventurers. How delightful! I will do some thinking and see if I can come up with some means of countering the curious canopy of cloud. For now, you should return to Bingo and tell him that I am having a great time. Spooky mysteries all around! Okay, let's talk to Bingo then. I'm starting to get hungry. That's good because I have my dinner in the fridge. I got myself some small boiled.
The longer we stay here, the more worried I become, Wendell. How do my cousin feel about whiskey?
You tell Bingo that Angelica, Camellia, and Marigold seem to be enjoying themselves for various reasons, but the Barrelac and Griffo do not seem to be having a fine a time.
At least some of my cousins are enjoying the harvest festival here, even if that cannot be said for all of them. I suppose this cannot be the curse at work, unless it is a curse that has chosen to mildly inconvenience a few hobbits, which seems unlike any curse of which I've heard. Curse or no, I will wish more of my cousins were having a good time.
So, fun and games, departing fog. I gotta go to the bathroom and then I'm going to go and get my food. I'm so dang hungry. Sorry about this. Okay, I'm back. Food with me? Oh. Some cutlery and I got 3 of them today. What's this? Find out. It smells delicious already. There we go. It's a nice packaging for this. So I'll start with some brie and salami. This is nice. And I broke the knot. God fucking damn it. Good start to everything. Okay. This one has a little bit of marmalade on top. Don't really know what kind of marmalade, but it's really delicious. Very sweet though. A little bit too sweet for me. It still tastes good. So smørrebrød is it's kind of like a sandwich. It basically means sandwich. It literally means like butter and bread. Or buttered up bread. And to me, this is a classical lunch, even though I'm having it for dinner today. But this is what I grew up with. So it's basically it's like a sandwich, and you drink a beer with it. Perhaps I am making a great mountain from a shrew's burrow, Wendell. For that apparition you saw in the Blind Bowl Woods had me all aflutter with worry. What if the curse of which I spoke is just around the corner, and it waits to level its full effect upon the hobbits celebrating the harvest festival here in Westmead? I mean, that is a possibility, of course. Let's see now. Do you think you might speak with Walric Goldworthy in front of the mace and ask him if he encountered any difficulties while setting up the festivities here? I hope I am just being silly. I will not be able to enjoy the game here in Westmead until I set my mind at ease. And right now, it's all a bustle with spooks and scary shenanigans, but not in a good way. So this part must have been added a little bit later, because when I played the Harvest Festival last time, which was many years ago, I don't remember this part being here. So I guess it might be something relatively new then. That. Just a moment while I finish eating this one. So the first one was salami with brie. Quite tasty. A little bit too sweet for me. Then I'll go to the next ones later, but it was just enough to fill my stomach a little bit. Oh. Yeah, so I'm kind of used to the fact that a lunch is basically a bottle of beer and one or two sandwiches.
That's normal for me. Yes, what do you want? If you are here to complain, I do not want to hear about it. I have listened to more than my share of grumbles today, and my temper is at its lowest ebb. Move along, you! We tried to set Walric at ease by telling him that several of the hobbits with whom you have spoken seem to be thoroughly enjoying the festival at Wistmead, and he softens somewhat. When he seems less annoyed, you ask him about the process by which Wistmead was made ready for the activities and games of the Harvest Festival. Ah, yes. Well, it was quite a lot of work, so I am pleased there are some who have enjoyed the games here. I put together a team from Hobbiton and from Bywater, and for the better part of a fortnight we were to clear the field of stones and stumps. We had to move a few fences. Hobbits might once have lived among the trees here, because we also moved one or two low walls that would have belonged to a hobbit home, although the houses themselves are long gone. If you want to see how much work we put in, you can take a look at the junk pile where we moved everything. It is to the southwest, across the main path that runs through Wistmead. And enjoy yourself. I would not have to put so much work into this if I did not love the spooky season so much. Okay, so let's find that location he's talking about. Find the location. He said to the southwest. Down here somewhere. Could it be this thing here? Place down a wooden sign among the debris catches your eyes. You turn over the sign, revealing words that chill you to the bone. Something acres? Airy acres. Okay. Cleary's Acres is carved on the sign, but it's crossed out with and Airy Acres was scribbled on it instead. Excuse me. My throat goes a little bit wonky at times today, apparently. Nice little pumpkin there with bat wings. There it is again. You mean as if you've seen a ghost, Wendell? Another one, I mean. You haven't, have you? Did you tell Bingo that Walric Goldworthy has cleared away several fences, stones, and wooden structures when he prepared the field of Westmead for the Harvest Festival, removing the debris to a junk pile? You go on to describe the wooden sign you found among the trash. What's that? You say there was a sign for Cleary's Acres, but someone has crossed that out and painted the words Airy Acres on top. What that means? It's just as I feared, Wendell. This field must be called Wistmead now, but at some point in its history it must have been called Airy Acres. We have wandered right into the waiting jaws of the curse. You have to tell Walric that we may be in danger. He has to cancel the celebrations here, at once! Oh, Bingo, you might be a little bit too hasty there, lad. Cancel the Harvest Festival? Absolutely not! Why should I do that? To tell Walric Goldworthy that a malevolent force has declared that no one in the Shire will escape the curse of the Airy Acres, and you have found proof that Wistmead was once known by that name. He snorts with disbelief. What nonsense!
I know the sign of which you speak. It stood by the western path out of the clearing, and has not been thought of by anyone for a very long time. No one objected when we pulled it from the ground and tossed it aside, did they? This whole place has been uninhabited for dozens of years at least, Wendell, and no hobbits have called this place the Eerie Acres since then. Take my words for on it. Don't like that. I am sorry you are bothered by all this talk of curses, but I am sure it is nothing. Someone is playing a holiday prank on you. I wager. I will not shut down Westmead, and I will not cancel the Harvest Festival. If that bingo boffin put you up to this, you can just go and tell him his plan to ruin my festival has failed. And that is all I will say about it. This sounds like the beginning of the Jaws. Oh dear. He refused to cancel the festival, didn't he? Of course he did. That is just the sort of day I am having. Why, I saw Frostgood just now. Told me we should probably get ready to leave Westmead. And do you know what he said? He yelled at me and stamped his feet. He has always been one of my favorite cousins, but he raised his voice at me and put me right out of sorts. Something is not right. This is quite unlike Fosco, and I think the curse may be to blame. What is going on here, Wendell? Mark my words, there's more to this than we know. The curse of Eerie Acres is real. It has to affect some of the hobbits here already. There can be no mistaking it. We have to get to the bottom of this business, Wendell, and find a way to combat the curse before it becomes too late. What we need is a clue, or better yet, more than one. Bingo snaps his fingers. Maybe we have one. You said that the writing on the sign we found had been crossed out with red paint, and someone had written Eerie Acres. What words did this mysterious vandal seek to replace? Cleary's Acres, you said. Well, that is one place to start. We need to find out anything we can about a hobbit named Cleary. And perhaps we'll learn what happened to his homestead for it to be known as Eerie Acres. It may be a long shot. There might be some record of Cleary's Acres at the town hall in Mickle-Delving. Consult with Mayor Whitfoot, and you might learn something useful. I will stay here and keep an eye out for anything suspicious. Good luck to you, Wendell. I saw a horsey up here, which I think brings me back to the bark tree. I need to go to Mickle-Delving. Yeah, there it is. That's a scary horsey. Okay, so we're back at the party tree. Not the witch of Mickle-Delving. Oh yeah, I better take a taxi to Mickle-Delving then. Kaboom! Hey, look at that, this dragon. Whee! We're setting off the fireworks. Beautiful. It's really well done here too in the game. I just remember the fireworks scene from the original movie. My goodness, it was so impressive when I saw it the first time back in 2001.
How do you do?
I think it was. I can't remember. It's so long ago. It's like 20 years ago. Holy shit, it's 20 years ago! Crap. That is a scary thought. Simply put. And now the game froze.
You guys don't know how much I've been looking forward to eating smørrebrød. It's been like freaking ever since I had it. And today I was out and I was close by to the place that sells it. I was like, I gotta get it. I don't care anymore. I gotta get it. And the first one was dang good. Brie and salami is a good combination. Next one is serrano cheese with pesto and sun-dried tomatoes. And then this roast beef with onions, like deep-fried onions, pickled onions, and pickled gherkins. I believe. So the mayor should be over here somewhere. If I remember correctly. Let's find out who the Clerys were. Or were that lived close to Sweden. Here's Mayor Proudfoot. Whitfoot.
A lovely day, isn't
Hello,
it?
hello. How are you enjoying the Harvest Festival this year? Have you found the time to head over to Westmead for the new activities there? Understand Walerick Goldsworthy has really outdone himself, and there are many fun games to play and delicious treats to enjoy. I was about to make my way there to sample some of the offerings for myself, but I will of course take the time to help you with whatever you need, so long as you make it quick, Wandel. A hobbit named Cleary? Is that used as a first name or as a surname? Well, I can't say it makes a difference, because neither case rings a bell. I have no memory of either. When did you say the Cleary lived in the Shire? You didn't. If he is an old resident, it could be some belongings of his have ended up in the Madam House. You could ask Brombard if he's seen anything belonging to a Cleary. I have given more than enough thought to this matter, and it seems well settled to me. Sorry, I could not be of more help, but I need to get going if I'm to sample some of the food platters in Westmead. Good day to you. I don't blame him, I would do the same. Let's go to the Madam House on the hill and find out if there's anything we can get from that. Oops, my bad. That's me making some noise over here. Bum 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 bum. Marigold 2 Spade. Here we go. Brombard. Hello.
A lovely
Cleary,
day, isn't it?
I don't think I know any hobbit with that name in the Shire. Although it does sound familiar for some reason. It strikes me as being a name from many years ago. Perhaps when I became a keeper of the Madam House as a young hobbit. That was a long time ago, and if I then saw Madam's label with the name Cleary, they certainly have been long since distributed or buried beneath the other more recent items. Cleary. No, I can't say I know anyone with that name. Perhaps you could check with the postmaster. His occupation requires that he have a thorough knowledge of hobbit names and addresses. If anyone knows of a Cleary in the Shire, he is just the hobbit who will do so. Postmaster Proudfoot can usually be found outside the quick post right next to Helm Hall. Oh yeah, I know that. Town Hall is old, and it's right here, right? Yes, it is. There's the postmaster. The haunting of Westmead.
It's been a foul day, it has.
Looking for a Cleary? Here I hope you seek word of one house in Cleary. This is an unexpected joy, Wandel. At last. I thought this day would never come, and I would go to my grave with the task unfulfilled. One more disappointer in the long line of shamed postmasters. but it's not to be. The mail shall be at last be delivered. When I first came to work at delivering the mail, when I was just a young hobbit, old Ned Harfoot of the postmaster showed me the ropes. It took me a few weeks to learn the ins and outs of the quick post, and I never forgot his lessons. One day he took me down to the basement and showed me a box of old envelopes. "These letters ain't ever been delivered, Hugo," he said to me. But my old boss told me we weren't to throw them away. Could be one day we'll find out how we to deliver them. And when the day comes, the quick post will truly have earned a fine reputation, even if it puts the lie to its name. Well, Ned passed on not long after that, and I took a vow to keep those undelivered letters safe until my own time was up or the intended recipients came to claim them. As it seems to me, you might be closest person we're likely to get to Houston Cleary, Wendell. If you are willing to follow me, I will show you the stacks of undelivered letters, and you can decide what to do with them. Let me know. Alright, let's do this. Yeah, follow me, and let's do that! Yeah! Okay. Alright. I have emptied the box of old letters onto the table in the basement. You're welcome to look through them and see if there is anything important. Now, remember, this is highly unusual. We at the Quick Post do not advocate looking through people's mail, but these letters are so old there should be no harm in it. Let's have a look down here then. Oh, okay, they're all here, but I can see. Oh, I'm a little bit faster than them. We are more organized than we seem, I assure you. Yeah, sure, whatever. Just show me the papers. Give me the papers. I'll take care of this. Alright, there's a there for you. I will return in a few minutes. Ivy Redsmith. Can't talk to her. I hope I am not intruding, but I wish to write you this note of thanks. I had a delightful visit with you, and I am already looking forward to ours of next week. As I promised, I will bring some fresh produce from my father's garden. You will not believe the crunch of our carrots. They are truly something. When next I visit, I will help you clean the weeds out of your own garden. I know it sounds like a lot of work, but I find gardening to be very rewarding. Very sincerely yours, Ivy Redsmith. Yeah, sure, whatever. Another forgotten letter. Let's see, who is this from? Another Ivy Redsmith. Dear Mr. Cleary, thank you once again for another lovely visit. I hope you don't feel too badly about what your neighbors have been saying. They seem a poor lot, mean-spirited and unwelcoming. Pay no heed to their insults, and I will not either. Looking forward to your next visit. Ivy Redsmith. So do I need to find an old lady named Ivy? Another Ivy. Alright, Ivy. Dear Mr. Cleary, this winter has been very bad, hasn't it?
I'm sorry to tell you the weather must keep me at home. I cannot visit this week. But I promise to bring some soap and towels with me when next I visit. I will scrub away the mean things your neighbors wrote on your fence in no time. Warm regards, even in the cold, Ivy Redsmith. Yeah, so someone who has been sorely tested. Another Ivy. Dear Mr. Cleary, has it already been 2 months? I cannot believe it, but I know it is so. I have never seen snow like this. It began as a winter's lark, but now... I am sorry I have not been able to visit. There is no sign of the weather's improvement, and my family's worries deepen every day. I promise I will see you as soon as the winter ends. Is that like the wolf winter? I can't remember the name for it. I didn't see the sun again. I was Redsmith. But there was like a really tough winter in the Shire. And I'm guessing that's what she is hinting at. Dear Mr. Cleary, they say this terrible winter might soon be done, though they have said this before. I hope this time they are right, for it has taken its toll on my family and on my friends. Our food is nearly gone. They say it will be a time of famine unless something can be done. I do not think I am being too forward, but I worry for you, Halford. Your home was in no state to weather such a winter as we have had. I hope your neighbors at last showed you kindness. Could they have given you shelter, shared the food, and found warmth in their hearts for you? Probably not, and that's why he's haunting. I hope they have. It would be cruel hobbits indeed if they have not. Are my letters being delivered? I have heard no word from you for some time than a year, Mr. Halson. It is not possible I have stayed in your home this whole time. Could you? Worried, hungry, and afraid for you. Your dear friend, Ivy Redsmith. Damn, this part is far longer than I expected it to be. You fold out the last of the letters and return it to its envelope. So how did it go? What did you find out from the letters, Wendell? Did you learn anything of use? You briefly described some of what Ivor Redsmith wrote to Halson Cleary, and as your tale progresses, Hugo's eyebrows furrow, and he strokes his chin, deep in thought. These letters are indeed very old. It seems to me that Ivy and Halson lived during the time of the long winter, which gripped the Shire more than 250 years ago. That winter was the longest ever recorded, and it was followed by the Days of Dearth. A time of famine and unhappiness, like which has never been seen again. It is said that many hobbits died during that winter, and the food shortage that followed. I hope the fate did not befall Ivy or Halson, but if there are no further letters, it seems likely they came to the sad ends. I wonder why these letters were never delivered. The hobbits of the Quick Post must have had their hands full just trying to survive the long winter. But still, I would have expected them to make an effort. At least before it became clear the winter was worse than usual. It does strike me as somewhat odd that the letters that predate the snows were not delivered. Have you got to the bottom of the mystery? Yeah, thank you, I'm done. Somehow. Talk to Postmaster Proudfoot. Okay.
Well, the gall of some folk.
It is highly unusual for letters such as those to not have been delivered, Wendell. We run a respectable post here. I would have said we always have done, but those undelivered letters seem to cast some doubt on it. To my shame, my predecessors. Why would those letters not be delivered? At any rate, we do not keep records of home ownership at the Quick Post. There is small chance that someone might know the state of the Cleary farmhouse, even if knowledge of its one-time resident has been lost during the ensuing years. That was so long ago. I speak of Clem Underhill, the escrow broker here in Mickle Delving. He may know if the deed to the Cleary farmhouse ever changed hands, and if the land was sold, he might tell you the name of the current owners, if there is one. Alright, so yes, gotta go to the broker, which was really close by apparently. What? Dr. Clem Underhill, the escrow dealer in Mickle Delving. There he is. Okay, it wasn't very visible.
Just a moment.
The Cleary farmhouse, you say? Oh, that goes back quite a long way. Almost 300 years, if I remember all right. The records from those days are rather incomplete, but there is a deed for a parcel. For a parcel of land in that name. It is a wooded lot, yes? I have had no cause to go out there, but the description makes it sound quite deep into the forest, near Walrick Goldworthy's new cleared field of Wistmid, isn't it? That is an interesting coincidence, since the field has only recently been put to use, after being left alone for so long. There have been no transactions relating to the parcel, so I expected if it was owned by a Cleary once, that it must be owned by a Cleary still. Descendant, surely, although that is a long time for anyone to stay in one place without interacting with the neighbors. That is no way to live, not for any respectable hobbit. It may do you some harm, surely, to see only the faces of your family and no others. And if you live by yourself, with no kin around you, why, imagine it. And who would take care of you in your twilight years? Days, until finally your last day arrives and you made it alone. Clem shivers suddenly. Mayhap it is just the time of year, but thinking about this sends a chill down my spine and raises the hairs on my feet. It sounds like a spooky harvest festival story to me, and not something that could happen to real folk in the Shire. I cannot say as I like it. Wendell, I hope I was a help to you, and now I would like to think no more of the troubling thoughts. Okay, I am going to end it here. I have suddenly got very tired, and I've been doing this for almost 2.5 hours, well, a little bit over 2 hours now. So I'll be back tomorrow to continue and probably finish the bingo storyline. But today, sorry. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you liked the stream. If you did, do leave a like and a comment. But until next time, I'll take care of yourselves, and I see you guys later, okay? Bye-bye.